Every single video has its specific purpose. There is no way that we can have one video and then to deliver everything. So when you give everything, it means you give nothing. Hi everyone, welcome back again to Mobile Filming School. Today we're actually having a session. It's actually like an online coaching session with a friend of mine who's called SK. So they did a few very good, I see, testimonial video. It's just that they still want us to have some feedback for them, to input for them to see if we can actually help them to improve their video in terms of the technical and also the non-technical aspects as well. So a little bit background, SK with the company name is called Aquera. So they actually have a very special technology whereby they can actually detect from our tone, our audio tone, and also detect our brainwave as well. From there, they can do a lot of assessment, assess on our emotional states and even our physical health state as well. So, which is a very brilliant solution. So they actually help a lot of people in terms of solving their emotional problem and even addressing their health issues as well. So this is a little bit background, and then we have not only SK, we also have a team of their core team as well with us. So hi SK, would you just quick introduce yourself?
Hi Kevin, I'm SK. Yeah, I'm the co-founder for Aquera, and my partner Leo and CC is here, and my another partner is called JC.
Okay, all right, thank you so much. Welcome to this session. Okay, so well, basically I've watched the few testimonial video. Overall, I will see is actually very decent, very decent. Yeah. So yes, I already have some input prepared for you. But before I share, I'll probably let's open to you guys first. And what do you have question in mind that you want to ask, and then see how may I help you from here?
We want to know how to improve the video so that we can attract more clients or more people to have a look to know about our brand. We want to create our brand awareness now at this moment.
I see. So currently, where do you use this testimonial video? You shared it on your. Where do you share your testimonial video?
We will share it in our website, our Facebook page, and our YouTube. Yeah.
Okay. What other result that you're hoping to get from this this testimonial video?
Basically, you want to let more people to know about our brand, to know how this technology can help them, can improve their emotion and improve their health.
Okay, I see. All right, that's fair enough. All right. So in terms of the technical aspect in your video, well, actually, honestly, you guys are doing very decent. So which other aspect from the technical aspect, which other area that you want to clarify, or do you want to seek for improvement?
Okay. Basically, the technical, like whether the flow is okay, and then the way we edit the video, is that professional enough, and then how is any other we can they say B-roll, is that some kind like advertisement, it will jump in some different anchor or video elements inside.
I see.
Can you get what I mean?
Yep. Like how do you actually use a B-roll to enrich the whole video? Is it?
Yes. So not so boring. So every just listen to people to talk. That's all.
Okay, I see. Understood. Yep. I got it. Anything else?
Yeah, I think that's all. Basically, I have sent you the photo. Maybe you can comment to us whether our setup is okay or not, the lighting, because it's our first time, right? So we do know, we just try and error, we just do it only.
Okay, understood.
So that we can improve in the future.
Okay, great, understood. Great. Okay. So from your question itself, I already see they are both technical and non-technical aspect. So probably we first talk about the technical aspect, shall we? All right. Yep. Yeah, I see the photo. brilliant. I think you're actually making use of some of the resources. You actually use the, that is not a studio light, it's just a standing light, right? To lead up the subject. So I think that is brilliant. And I also see that you have a LED, put it there, and then you are actually recording it with the DJI, what is the name of the device called? Osmo, right? DJI Osmo, Bobcat something.
Yeah, very small.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay, let's start from the equipment that you use. First thing first, you put things on a tripod. Definitely, yes, it has to be. So that's why I can see your framing is stable, very basic. That's very correct. Then number two, the device that you select is also a good device as well. It's just that this device, the limitation is the exposure. It needs to be really well exposed. The quality only be there. So I also see that you guys are brilliantly use whatever available resources. Just one tip for you. It's the LED light that you put. The way that I see that the angle is actually like straight towards the to the subject. So it may look, it may make the subject, the light on the subject is a little bit harsh. That's how I noticed from the video. And then the angle wise, usually when we put a light, we do not on the same level direct to the person. We usually put up a little and then angle slightly 45 degrees downwards. That is to actually to mimic like most of the light is actually above us. The light, it never comes straight to you once. It will make the whole thing look so more natural. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Good.
So that is one in terms of the equipment. I think secondly is the mic that you use. So specifically for Rena and Audrey, the two sample the video, I can feel that the echo is there.
I would react very emotionally. I first heard about Aquera or his service. Immediately I was gravitated, and so I just took this opportunity to get to know more about Aquera.
What mic that you are using?
We use as I show you in the phone. We this time we didn't prepare the mic clip. That's why the mic is very far from the people that we interviewed.
I see. Yeah. I can see that. It's a Rode mic, right? It's a directional mic. That is actually a decent mic. Okay. Of course, the quality is decent, I would say. Okay. It's better than off from the camera. But what you can improve from there, you can use something like clip mic. Okay. Personally, I actually just got this one mic. If you actually look from my video, you will see. This brand is called Smart Mic. I show you the link. Okay, it's not very expensive. It's a wireless clip mic. The audio, it's far better than any directional mic like that. And the price is not too expensive. I can actually share you that. So my tips for you, it's always use a clip mic. That will actually improve the audio. Clip mic, yeah. It's really important because a lot of us, we actually capture the information through what we hear, not necessarily what we see. What we hear, if actually the audio quality is bad, it's really hard to retain the audience to keep looking at your video.
Cool.
Yep. So that's one more point. Yeah. You can also consider to use handphone. If you have another alternate phone to take, you can actually consider to use handphone. And you may set up another angle as well if you want to like at least enrich the visual a little bit more. Meaning you have one camera which is the main camera from front. Okay. Then you have another camera, it's on the side. So you actually have two cameras. The benefit of it is, sometimes let's say the customer, the subject spoken one or two lines which is wrong. You can actually carry out from there onwards because you can actually do a mixed cut editing, so it's more convenient.
Cool. Very good. Very important.
Cool. Two angles is so that one would relate to another aspect on your technical part is the framing. Overall, frame. the framing of your
Okay.
video. Overall, I see it's fine. It's just that if can, we would prefer a more cleaner framing, meaning lesser things, lesser items in your framing. I can see there are decoration, there are plants, okay, there are table, the chair is big, okay.
Yeah.
But of course,
Yeah.
logo is there, all right. So, I mean, this is very personal. The way I look at it is a little bit heavy because ultimately, what we want the audience to focus is on the subject. What is he or she sharing?
I see.
Yeah. So another thing, the framing, it's you can actually get a little bit closer would be good. It's a little bit distance away, so you can actually
So you mean the frame?
the framing, the subject and the camera, the framing,
Okay.
it's a little bit
Okay.
distance away. So the closer it is, the more it's easier to connect with the audience.
I see. I see.
So what?
是哦。
Yeah. So because you really want your audience to feel it, what's the suffering, what's the pain, and what's that joy after they use the solution? It's a testimony. So you want the audience to really feel it with them as well. This is science. This is actually psychology. So you actually bring them closer, they can feel it more.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Given me, if let's say for me, okay, I would probably even do the framing without the logo.
Or even though without the logo.
Even without the logo
Or
is
don't
there.
do.
Yeah. So I will show you why in the second part when we talk about the non-technical aspect. So
Okay.
that's overall I can actually share with you on the technical aspect. That's why I said you guys are really decent already. It's just a little bit fine-tuned that you can do.
Okay. Cool.
Good. So
Good. Very good.
we proceed to the
So you
non-technical.
want to?
Yeah. The question just now you were asking is, okay, what your result is you wanting to increase brand awareness through this video. And of course, ultimately you want sales, right? Okay, and then you also want people to understand. Yeah, you also want people to understand what Aquera is doing, how Aquera.
What is this technology?
What is this?
Yes.
Yes. So, well, my sharing to you is, okay, every single video has its specific purpose. So there is no way that we can have one video and then to deliver everything. So when you give everything, it means you give nothing. So
okay.
Yeah, of course it's still definitely important you want to deliver all this message. My point is you do it in different videos. So what is a testimonial video by itself? It has its very specific purpose and objective. So we can actually focus on that. Yeah. Okay. Number one. Okay. Testimonial video is actually to address your customers' concern. They are usually, as a customers, they do not understand what it is because your product itself it's advanced. Okay, it's not easy to understand. Okay, and then with the testimonial video, they will actually help them to increase their confidence, solve their concerns, credibility, trust, and things like that. That is ultimately a testimonial video serve the purpose. There are actually four main pillars. What makes a good testimonial video? Number one is the content has to be relatable. I see you did a very good job in all your videos. It's very relatable. You talk about what is the suffering the subject is actually going through. Okay, and then you also talk about what is the life, how does these things change their life, what is the benefits, what is the impact, which is really good. This is exactly what the audience wanted to find out. They give no, they probably give no attention at all to know what exactly is Aquera, how it works. I will probably give my more attention is to see, oh, this person has this problem, and I also have this problem, and this guy, after he used the solution, I have no idea what the heck is your solution is, but he get this result is what I want. That's enough. Okay, so that is number one, relatable. Then number two, clarity is really important. It's a testimonial video. People would not take their patience to watch it like a documentary. So practically, it has to be short, precise, because people are actually looking for answers. And that's why to answer your question, some of the B-roll thing may not be necessary if you are looking at solely on the effectiveness of the testimonial video. Okay? Yeah, it may not be. So another thing also, if you want to do a lot of B-roll and things like that, it may burdens you. Ultimately, it takes you more time. But what you want is you want to have more testimonial video, easy, you have immediate content, and then you immediately share. That serves the purpose already. Until when you have the luxury of time and things like that, yeah, you can do a little bit more B-roll that enrich it for only a selective customers. That would not just call a testimonial video. This is probably a customer story video.
I see.
Yeah, so in terms of the clarity wise, I see the set of questions that you put in are pretty precise. It triggers the subject to answer in the way that you want, which is good. It's just that if you can, for every single subject, only focus on one problem that he is suffering, and one problem that he is suffering. He may have one or more benefit from it. It's fine, but not more than 3. So you only highlight one major suffering that he is suffering.
One major problem, okay.
One major problem. I see from the field, most of them, except Brian, if I'm not mistaken, he's actually only specific about one. But the other, they're actually talking more than one. So, people sometimes are lazy to comprehend. More than one, so they may lose already. So stick to one to improve your clarity. Of course, the benefit that he got impact from this solution, you can talk more, definitely, okay? But still not more than 3. Another one, you also asked about what do they like about solution. I think this question, brilliant, okay? Again, also stick to one. Ask them, what is that one thing you like the most about this solution? One will do already. You see, I know what you're thinking, probably.
One enough, huh?
One enough already. So probably, I know what you're thinking is, one enough, I have so many good things. But you see, your testimonial video, you're not doing for one person. You're doing for 2 person, 3 person, more persons as well. Different person may have different things that they like about your solution. So when you all put up together, you are actually telling already.
Good. Okay, understand.
Yep, so that's simplicity that I'm going to share with you. Last but not least, authenticity. Well, among these, all the 4 pillars, authenticity triumphs. Most important one. That's the whole idea of testimonial video. People want it to be real. I understand a lot of cases, they are real. It's just that sometimes we overdo it, okay, and then it becomes not real already. Overdoing it, like for example, like just now I say, I want B-roll lah, and then I want angles lah, I want script lah. All this will actually a little bit overdo and make the things become less authentic. That's why given me, I will probably don't even put a logo there. Ultimately, a testimonial video, I want the audience to see the subject as a person. The introduction of all 4 of them to a little bit is whereby when they said what do they do, their company and things like that. I would suggest if they were to introduce, is important, they just introduce, hi, my name is Kelvin, I'm 40 years old, and then I'm a photographer. That's all. Occupation.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. You see, if let's say I said, I'm Kelvin, 40 years old, I'm a photographer, basically my company name is 1ETC Productions, and then I do this and do that, and then
I see.
The audience will start to lose already. So what has this to do with me? So ultimately, we call it as flattened as possible. I want the audience to see the subject as a person so that they can relate. I can easily relate.
I see.
Okay, SK, okay, this year let's say you are 37 years old, I'm a business owner of a company. That's all. I'm an entrepreneur. Okay. Yeah, I'm a copywriter. That's all. All right, good. All right, so second thing in terms of authenticity, the framing, the simple it is, the higher authenticity it is. Clean and simpler framing give you higher authenticity.
Okay.
All right. Another thing, it's also, that subject is talking to the camera or talking to someone, it makes a difference as well. Again, this is how I see my personal preferences. Whenever I see a subject is actually like talking to someone, I will feel the authenticity is better and it looks more natural. Because you see, I like the way you structure your editing. You actually come up with your question in a line, and then they answer, right? It's as if like actually someone is interviewing the subject. So naturally, when he's answering, he should be answering to someone, but it's not to the camera. The audience should always look from a third-party perspective. That means there is a fourth wall in between the audience and the subject. This is how I feel. Every time I see testimonial video, I feel that one is more authentic than talking to the camera. Another thing also, talking to the camera, some normal people are not so easy, not so comfortable to talking to in front of camera. Like if I'm talking to someone, it's more natural.
Okay.
Yeah. And last but not least, most important also in terms of authenticity, do not get them to do selling for you. In testimony, no selling. Okay, there are a few of the lines that I see in few of them that actually your questions trigger them to talk a little bit about your solution, and then they are actually doing a selling for you. Start talking about your product. No one will speak your product better than yourself. No one. What they can speak better is how they experience with the product. Yes, but not them to talk about your product. So I would suggest that part take away. Ultimately, keep it simple. They just share what they suffer, one thing that the major thing they are suffering, and how does it cost them in their life. They lose something or they cannot do something, okay, and then how they actually benefit from these solutions. Even there is a part where you are actually asking them to share with you how did they found you, how did they came across Aquera. Even that part can take away. Yeah.
Okay.
That is a little bit storytelling, so that is fine. So, well, that's my sharing for you guys on both aspects. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
What do you want to clarify more?
Should the customer talking to the camera or talking to someone?
Okay. My suggestion is the subject should talk to someone, meaning he looks slightly off from the camera, as if like there is a person. Practically, whoever is actually controlling the camera, he can actually stand to the left or to the right of the camera. So there is an actual person there. So he talked to the person instead of talking to the camera would be good.
Okay.
Did I answer your question?
Yes.
All right, great.
Even short but very good input. So Kevin, after you see our video, as you said the framing is too wide, should we because as I know we can crop the video, should we crop closer to the video or just leave it for this still testimonial video?
Okay, good question. Whatever you have done, just leave it with it. So what I'm sharing with you is the next video. You can actually bring it closer. Don't crop it, because video is different from photo. Photo resolution is high, you can crop. Video resolution is just nice only. When you crop, it will decrease the quality. So what you can do, you bring closer. You bring a camera closer.
Okay, good. We normally our client they use that at least they have minimum two benefit or don't say benefit, two problem. One is emotional, another one is physical. So should we at least include one of each, or just really which really the most impact to you?
Good question. Okay, if I were to opt, I will still opt for one. Understand your product, your solution actually solve two aspects. So if I were to pick, I will also still pick one, meaning which one is the most significant to the person. Just for example, I may have, after the access, I may have problem in both areas, but one that bothering me the most is my emotional thing. So I will only talk about that one. Okay, then you will have another customer that probably on the physical is bothering him, her the most, and then let him do the talking on that side.
Okay.
Well, of course, you can have them to talk more. Is the editing part, okay? You pick up one.
I see.
Yeah, you still can. You can still do that, but you still need to like emphasize to them. You have to tell me which is your most significant one, because it's real. When the person has the most significant one, he's really into that suffering, and then he's got a relief from your product, his tone, his expression, everything, it tells. All the congruency is there. Be it even your technical, your video do not so good, so a little bit chakai a bit, but it still works.
I see. I see. How about this camera? You think this camera is good enough, or you think we should use a better one, or because I don't know whether the video is considered professional. Just like you said, resolution is high enough or not.
Well, this is actually a good device, definitely. Okay, but this device, the original, the main purpose of this device built for is not for this purpose. Of course, you can actually use for this purpose. It's not built for this purpose. You notice that it's like a gimbal. It's more used for like very versatile. You actually move around. So one thing, limitation. Very small, very light. Yes. So one thing about this device is you have to be very well exposed. The environment has to be really well lit. If not, the quality will drop. So if I have a smartphone, okay, I'm not selling for any brand anyway, but I use iPhone, okay, it actually served me well. Huawei, the P30 served me well. Samsung, I do not know, I never used before. These are the two phones I used before, and then under not so decent light condition, they serve us quite well.
So we are not suggest to use smartphone to record, right?
Smartphone actually does serve the purpose, and then to me, because it's very convenient. So of course, if you have a camera, you use a camera is even better. Why I will opt for smartphone, because it's something that you already have. You don't have to like extra invest it.
Yeah.
And then when you come
this time we borrow from my friend.
Yeah. So
the DJI. That's why a bit 麻烦啦.
Yeah, that's why you see. But of course, if things that you're continuing doing, I would suggest that we invest one for it. So if you find that you are okay in doing mobile phone, meaning then you don't have to invest. Just use whatever phone that you have. Okay. Or you want to invest one also can.
One question.
Yeah.
Do you suggest that we do 3 languages for the testimonial?
That would be good. That would be good. Depends on who are your targeted audience. If your targeted audience are from different demographic with different languages, then I think the answer is yes.
Should we one person record three language or different people? We start or we make use of the
okay. For this purpose, I would like to suggest we get Malay customer to speak Malay, Chinese customer to speak either English or Chinese, or an Indian customer to speak maybe Tamil or English.
Yeah, I agree. So long they are actually speaking from their mother tongue, is that called? I mean the first language.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I think that's all.
Okay, that's great.
Nothing else to add, you guys? Thank you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, SK.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you for your professional consultation.
Don't worry, don't mention. We want to thank you for the session that you shared with us as well. It's really helpful. Now I actually understand my emotional state better, and I know myself much better. So I can also see my personal potential as well. So I also want to thank you guys for your brilliant technology.
Thank you. So I think that's all for today.
All right.
Thank you very much, Kevin.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you very
Bye bye.
much. Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye bye.